All right, hey everybody, welcome to Crown Council Live. I am Stuart Anderson. Grateful that you would join us. This is our weekly program where we connect with our community, talk to our doctors, our team members, those that are on the road, everywhere that Crown Council community is. That is what we try to talk about and connect with. We are 1 week away from being together at our annual event. We are pedal to the metal here in the Crown Council office, all things annual event, getting people signed up, printing name tags, awards, PowerPoint presentation, countdown videos, getting everything ready. We are very excited to be with you next week. So we'll be in Salt Lake City. Check-in is Thursday, and then all day Friday, Saturday. We're looking forward to it. This is our 31st time we've gathered the Crown Council membership, spouses and teams, resource partners, and we are looking forward to being together. Last week, we spent a bulk of our time talking about annual event. Today, we've got a show where we're going to talk about our Smiles for Life boxes that have gone out. The 2026 Smiles for Life campaign is underway, and we are looking forward to coordinating and being part of that charitable giving with you and UltraDent, our partner who provides all of the whitening supplies. After we go through a few things with Smiles for Life, I'm going to share six of our tops Coaches Corner interviews with our Crown Council members. Those are fun, quick interviews that have taken place with some of our Crown Council members. So that's it. And then next week we'll be live at the annual event. We'll check in for just a minute, show you our check-in experience, because that's what we'll be doing next Thursday at about this time. So anyway, all right, I have got a Smiles for Life box. Here it is. So these Smiles for Life boxes go out to every office and have gone out to everybody who are participating in Smiles for Life this year. One of the fun new things I'm going to hold up. This is our T-shirt design for the year. Whiten your smile, help a child, and you can see the new colors. Part of the new colors of the new T-shirt is they are co-branded with the new Opalescence product from UltraDent. So they have rebranded with new colors and a new design, and we thought it would be fun to match the design and colors of this year with the rebranding of UltraDent. When you get your box, you will see a folder, and inside this little folder, the 2026 campaign, it says, "Open if you are a charity champion." We encourage every office to pick one team member to be in charge of their Smiles for Life charitable giving program for the year. And that is the person's name, the charity champion. They're going to coordinate all your marketing efforts, whitening efforts, and basically be in charge of Smiles for Life whitening inside the practice for the year. So inside this folder, basic instructions. I'm not going to go through them, but this is a great place to start. This is your guide. And one of the first things that you can do is our charity champion guide can join our group. This is where all of the people who are in charge of Smiles for Life can get together, and we're going to provide some very specific training and forums for them to help guide you through Smiles for Life this year. And then inside this folder are campaign information, whitening order forms, print order forms, and important dates for the campaign. Ordering our T-shirts, ordering your first whitening materials. The campaign officially begins obviously March 1st and ends June 30th, and a few more very important dates inside of this folder. So hopefully this will be the first thing you open here is our Charity Champion folder and box. The rest of the things inside this box is like a fun little unboxing. We got buttons, so buttons for the practice that can be worn by team members, pass along cards or donation cards that can sit in the front of the office, as well as a little plastic card holder. You can write the names of everybody that has donated on these cards and hang them through the office. Kind of a fun way to get everybody engaged in the practice. We've got these table tents that can be put in each of the operatories. You can just fold them in half and create a small table tent. Makes it very easy for everybody in the practice to talk about Smiles for Life and at least bring it up with every patient that's part of your practice. If I were to give advice, that would be my one big advice for you, is if you're doing Smiles for Life whitening in the practice, talk to every patient about it. Encourage all of your team members as part of your own personal office culture to talk about Smiles for Life, encourage people to do whitening, and be part of the campaign with your office. All right, then we've got some social signs. These are always fun as part of the campaign. A whole stack of different cards that you can use to take pictures with your patients that get whitening done, and then post them to your social media channels. But there's a good selection of those inside the box. And then finally, posters. A lot of fun posters that you can hang throughout the office. Different things that would encourage your patients to ask you questions and keep track of your goals and keep track of everything that's going on inside your practice for Smiles for Life whitening. So those boxes, if you haven't gotten them, are on their way. You're going to be getting them soon. And if you have gotten them, obviously we encourage you to open them and start preparing for your own campaign this year, coordinating with your local charity and coordinating with everybody in your practice to set goals and make sure that you have a great and successful Smiles for Life campaign. I'm going to go through just a few pictures. This is what the box will look like. You can see that new branding, the color, and that matches the Opalescence logo over here. You can see it on the right hand side. So this is what your box will look like. I've got just a few more. Hold on. Okay, this is what the inside of the box will look like. I'll just share this one with you and then we'll be done. Okay, inside of the box, these are all of the supplies. You can get a better look at that color of the logo and the branding of the shirt and the signs. So if you're watching and you haven't signed up for Smiles for Life, this is the best time to do it. We would love to have you and would encourage you as part of your own culture to do good together. And this is a great turnkey charitable opportunity to do good together, our Smiles for Life whitening campaign. I believe entering year 30 or 31, 32, I don't know. But we've certainly been at this a long time and would love to help your practice, figure out a way to do good in your community, create incredible stories that spread, and then partner with one of your own local charities to create some great word of mouth marketing, as well as new patients that can come to your practice through Smiles for Life. So we encourage all of our Crown Council offices to be involved, and now is the best time to do that. All right, I'm going to open up my a couple videos here, and these are interviews that we've done over the last year with some of our very best TOPS practice advisors and the teams that they coach. They go out into the community, our TOPS coaches, and they spend training days with these teams. And then during the live stream, they connect with us, talk about what they're learning, and share some of the best things that they have learned with their TOPS practice coach. So if you don't have a coach, we reiterate it often that the very best teams have coaches. And these coaches are an incredible way for you to grow your practice and build a culture of success. So, okay. You can see my screen. This is Tanya Bailey, and I'm going to let her introduce this team. All right, welcome to the live stream, Tanya. Grateful to have Tanya joining us live. Tanya, welcome to Coach's Corner. Where are you today?
Oh my gosh, I am in Shelby Township, Michigan, with the amazing team of McKinley Holloway Legacy Dental and
Awesome.
Dr. Brittany Holloway.
You guys, welcome. Tanya does the best job making sure that everyone is in the. You guys look great in the camera there. Very good. What are you guys working on today, Tanya? What's going on?
So I'm so glad you asked. We have had a great 2 days. Yesterday, we did some great patient care. And this morning, we have been having a fun time doing our That's Fantastic game.
Whoa.
As well as, yes, and that's just a teaser. You'll have to have me in the practice to find out what that means. But we have been revisiting the importance of culture and the culture guide. And then we just spent some time this morning looking at something amazing this practice has accomplished. A little over a year ago, they made a decision to move away from being restricted with Delta Dental. And we are just celebrating the results from that, of the minimal loss of patients, and then how to continue to work in the practice and invite patients to return, keep the retention up, and then just all the systems and verbal skills that go along with making that happen every single day.
Very cool. Hi, Brittany. Could you introduce your practice a little bit, where you guys are, and maybe just a short history of who you are and where and how the practice runs?
Sure. We're in Shelby Township, Michigan, which is a little outside of Detroit. This is my team. We have 3 hygienists and handful of assistants and front team office. A little bit about me and in the practice. I started dentistry in 2011. Joined my dad in practice at that point. So he and I have he and I had practiced together since then. And we've been with Tanya for the last 4 years or so. And our intention was to really grow and to be better and to do better as a practice. And we've really been nailing that, I think, as a team who really appreciates personal growth. That's been a real fun opportunity for everybody involved. So we've been going through a lot of changes over the last year. As Tanya said, we dropped Delta Dental. Shortly on the heels after that, we lost Dr. McKinley. So we've been going through a lot of change in our practice. And then we've recently also dropped Blue Cross Blue Shield. So that's kind of where we're at right now. We're just excited to continue to move forward and to continue to do what we do.
Nice.
A different way. So we're going through a lot of different challenges. So
Very good.
all good stuff though.
Good. Team members, did she miss anything?
Name change.
Oh yeah. Yes, we did go through a name change,
Hmm.
obviously. So that I think Tanya touched on that. It's McKinley Holloway Legacy Dentistry to honor Dad and my long family history of dentistry in our family. So
Nice.
Good.
And
Are there more dentists in the family?
there are. Dad had a lot of brothers that were dentists. I am the only grandchild so far. But his dad was a dentist. My grandfather and grandpa's 2 brothers too. But we have 56-ish cousins. And so far, I'm the only one that's followed in those footsteps. There might be one more coming down the tubes, so we'll see.
Very cool. If you were at the annual event, anybody watching, you remember we did honor Dr. McKinley on stage for his legacy and example and leadership in the Crown Council, which I loved. It was kind of the kickoff to the whole awards night. So it was very cool to have you guys there. You've been faithful annual event attenders for the last 4 years, and we're just super grateful I was grateful to honor your team and have you guys on stage when we were together here in Salt Lake. So very cool.
Thank you.
Tanya, what else? What can we talk about?
Well, I think one of the coolest things that just recently happened is Dr. Holloway and then Blake, who is office manager extraordinaire and happens to be her brother. It is a family practice. And then their 3 hygienists just joined us at Leadership Academy this past weekend.
Oh, nice.
In Dallas. And Teaser will be doing that again in October. So hopefully everybody can attend. But one of the things we talked about this morning was just all the big takeaways from the spirit of masterminding. And
Right.
the biggest, I think, takeaways that I heard from the hygiene team especially wasn't so much what they heard from on stage, but that opportunity to interact with their peers and with their colleagues in the true spirit of the mastermind. So I think that's been really rewarding from what I understand.
Yes.
And their hygiene team also participates in the Crown Council mastermind meetings
Nice.
every month. So
Very cool.
I think one of the things that I noticed that really sets their practice apart is that their engagement level in all things learning and growth is just at the highest levels. And not just with TOPS and Crown Council, but with clinical training and beyond. They just really set the bar high. And I'm really proud of them for that.
Very cool. Maybe we could hear from a couple of the team members something that is happening or that you are doing in your practice that just either wows your patients or is an incredible part of your patient service that other teams could learn from. Is there somebody that would be willing to share?
So one of our favorite things that we have in the practice now isn't, and I assume that most practices have a treasure chest for the kids that's got, bouncy balls and
Yes.
stickers and things like that. Well, we have what we call our grown-up treasure chest.
Whoa.
So there are like drink, like what do you call those things? Tumblers, brewmates, there's some board games in there. There happens to be some bottles of alcohol in there, movie tickets. So
Free foot massage certificates.
that's the idea. That's the idea.
Nice.
So our patients that we truly adore, we actually have a token of gratitude that we also give to them. And that's in honor of my dad too. So we gift them the token of gratitude, and then they have the opportunity to exchange the token of gratitude from something in the grown-up prize box. So that's been a lot
Very
of fun.
cool. Great idea. Awesome.
It's very cool. And if
Anything
I
else?
could just add one thing that I love about this practice, for many years, everybody at the Crown Council has heard Steve Anderson talk about what's the best thing that happened yesterday. And this team really embraced that idea. And then they added to it, and they added in the gratitude component, which is what happened yesterday with our patients or in our practice that we have gratitude towards, and where can we show gratitude today? And I think that that's really powerful. In fact, it reminds me, Stuart, of
Mhm.
you,
Oh,
because in our team meeting series many years ago, you do an intro to a speaker, and at the end of it, you challenge everybody to make a list of all the things that they're grateful for.
very good. Is that where, Tanya, where does the team share the gratitude? Where you guys, is that a planned, is that something that you do every day that's planned or weekly? Can you talk about that?
It's part of our mom.
Okay.
So it's something that we
Identify.
yeah, every day. Everybody
Nice.
has a hand in it and a part in it, and then we share the results of that the following day,
Nice.
along with our reviews and referrals. We kind of tie it in with some of that reporting, so.
Very good.
And there's guidelines that they have to make.
Yeah.
They have to meet. I mean, we like to show gratitude to a lot of people, but the ones that are worthy of the token, they have stricter criteria.
Everyone giggles. Okay, what are they?
Gratitude boundaries.
Okay.
Yes.
What are the guidelines?
Donna, you kind of,
They keep their appointments. They honor our time if they need to make a change in their appointment. They've been loyal to the practice. They allow us to make mistakes and we preserve the relationship. We talk it through and they still stay with us rather than putting demands on the relationship. They pay their bill happily. Yes, that's important. They complete their treatment that's recommended. And they refer. Yes.
Wow. Great list.
One
Very
thing I like about the token of gratitude, especially the word picture of the token, is there's two sides of the token. So we have on one side the patient who's meeting all those requirements for the token of gratitude, or what we would consider the ideal patient. And on the other side, we have the patient that has the opportunity, or we can develop that relationship to make them the more ideal patient or train them to be the more ideal patient. So we have both things happening, acknowledging the patients that are already there and developing our relationships with the patients that need a little training.
Very smart. Fantastic idea. Very fun to share. Thank you. Tanya, anything else before we wrap up?
I think we could be on here all day, Stuart.
I do too. I do want to ask one question. Oftentimes, if the team could be honest, oftentimes in the Crown Council community, there's a really great opportunity to teach the doctors what they're doing that is working, whether it's communication or teamwork or some. Can I hear from the team when you look at your doctor, what is one thing that other doctors could do, or doctors that in the Crown Council might learn from your doctor, things that are happening that make your team so successful?
Yes.
Yes, great question.
I think I really affirm Dr. Holloway, her continued seeking for knowledge, continuing to grow and hone her skill set. She's already an amazing clinician, but I think the continuing ed that she seeks out and the technology she brings to our practice helps her grow as a provider, but also helps our patients fulfill their treatment needs as well.
Yeah. Also, she really supports all of us in caring for the patients. She takes the time to get to know them. She finds out what really matters to them as well as all of us. We definitely try and put intention on that. And I think that just makes the experience so much better for the patient because they're not just a number, they're a person.
I love that. Very good. All right. Well, one last thing before I let you guys go. My extreme gratitude for the work you did last year with Smiles for Life. This team raised over $12,000 for Smiles for Life. It was really fun to honor you at the annual event. But could you talk about that for 1 minute? What are you guys hoping to accomplish for Smiles for Life? And why was it such a huge part of your practice?
We love Smiles for Life because whitening is something that everybody wants. So to have an opportunity to deliver a service that every patient wants, and also by doing good at the same time, was something that we were really excited about. So we set the goal high last year and we achieved our goal. We've set the goal even higher this year. So we're working toward that goal. So still got about 60 days left of Smiles for Life.
Yeah.
Something like that. So,
and can you talk about Neighbors United? How'd you pick your local charity?
So yeah, absolutely. Neighbors United is actually a charity that a lot of people in the area know about because news has covered it. The director of that charity every year does a walk across the state where he's a firefighter, and he puts on all the firefighter gear and walks across the state to raise money for charity. Wow. And he also, gives money to families of first responders and just any need that he becomes aware of in the community that needs access to resources. So we've really loved working with Neighbors United and all the work that they do here in Macomb County, Michigan.
And he's your patient, right?
He is our patient, yes.
Nice. Great partner. Great choice. Very good. Okay. Get back to work. Very good. Thank you, Tanya.
All right. Thanks for having us. Bye-bye.
Thank you.
Appreciate you guys. Bye-bye. All right. Very good. One of the best. Grateful for that team. And we're looking forward to being with them at the annual event and just next week. So very fun. All right. I've got Dr. Sandra Armstrong. This is with Coach Chris Taconis. Once again, these are from our Coaches Corner, some of our very best interviews with our TOPS coaches who go out and are with our Crown Council offices every week. So here, I'm going to share my screen and we'll watch this little interview with Dr. Armstrong. All right, welcome to the live stream, Coaches Corner. Hi, Chris Taconis. How are you?
Hello, Sue Anderson. How are you?
I am very good. Grateful to have you on. Thankful for Coach's Corner. This is where we meet with our TOPS practice advisors as they are out traveling amongst Crown Council offices. Chris, who do you have with us today?
You know, I've got two smiling dentists, and they're really quiet, which this is not normal for this practice. I've got the lovely Dr. Sandra Armstrong, as well as Dr. Amy Watts. They are rocking and rolling in Southlake, Texas, just changing little lives one day at a time and getting through their relationships with the parents as well.
Very fun. Grateful to have you both on. You guys have been working all morning, right? Chris, you've already been doing training and working with the team. Is that correct? Yes.
Correct. Yes. Yes.
Dr. Armstrong said in the trenches. That's good. Dr. Armstrong, could you tell us a little bit about your practice? Just introduce how it works, where you are, and just a brief background of your practice.
Well, this is my 33rd year in private practice, and we added Dr. Watts 15 years ago, so she's a partner in that practice, in this practice, and it's been just great. Treating kids or children, I should say, is wonderful, and we would really appreciate getting to have more and more and more here with us, but we have a very motivated team that's very giving. Our team is very much like family. We love our team. I believe they love us too. And we have some fun games and incentive programs that we use in the office that really make a difference. And we feel like in our office, if we're not having fun, we're not working.
I like that. Very fun. Dr. Watts, could you introduce your connection to the practice when you started and how you found how you found Giggles and Grins, please?
So I joined in 2008, right out of residency, and worked as an associate for a few years, and then had the opportunity to buy in, and that's when we kind of rebranded as Giggles and Grins in 2012. So 11 years plus strong with that structure, and it's just been amazing to learn from Dr. Armstrong and take all of her experience and wisdom and apply that and try to then share that with our new associate and continue to grow the practice and care for lots of little mouths.
I love that. Dr. Armstrong said that you guys are family. Can we dig into that a little better? Dr. Watts, what is it that you do in your practice that would make team members feel that way? Specific things that maybe other Crown Council practices could learn from.
We really try to know them on a more personal level. So we like to celebrate a lot of milestones. We absolutely celebrate every birthday. We celebrate every anniversary with the practice. Was that babies? Yeah, absolutely. Yes, we've got one that we're waiting on anxiously. One of our assistants is about to have a new baby. Celebrating marriages. Our associate just got married in November, and we all went and celebrated and have showers, and it's just a way of truly honoring their personal lives as well as their lives here at the office, and so that they know that we are invested in them and we care for them.
Very cool.
And Stu, these doctors came to leadership with TOPS, and they added a layer to all the things that Dr. Watts was talking about in regards to creating sense of family, healthy culture, just fun, and share what you both have implemented regarding that gold thing on your lapel. See, Stuart, my gold lapel.
I see it. We can see it.
Okay, well, Steve was teaching us about a phrase that you should use when somebody needs your help, and it's called, "Yes, I'm glad to do it." So he put up on the slide a little gold medallion, and it was called an Assist Award. So I instantly thought of, that's a great thing. So I went and had them printed on the Monday I got back from the course. We had them in a week, and the staff all gets enough stickers for the month. And so we go around to each other when somebody assists you or help you or help in some way. Then one team member or multiple team members can give them an Assist Award, and you wear that proudly all day. And then we're keeping count of them. And at the end of every month, the person with the most Assist Awards gets a bonus.
Ooh, I like this. This is great.
Yeah, it's been very motivating, and everybody's so jealous when somebody gets one. They're like, "What did you do that I didn't do?" So it's really been quite motivating.
That is a great idea. I love that. What does it say again?
It says Assist Award.
Assist Award. Very
Yes.
cool. It's like that's like the queen of happy to do it. That is how that is awesome. Very good. Hey, Chris, you spent a lot of time with a lot of practices. Could you give us a couple things that you see here from Giggles and Grins that set them apart, especially in the community? Why are patients and team members choosing this practice?
Well, there's a lot of history here as well, Stu. When I initially had the opportunity to work with Sandra and Amy, they were at a different location in South Lake. It was a much smaller practice, and I was really proud of them because they worked hard to grow their business, and now they're in an equally great location with a bigger office space. They're able to serve more patients. They're more visible, in my opinion. And they created a space that they really dreamt of having that would benefit their kids and the patients that come in. The other things on top of that, like what you were asking about regarding what they do in the community, they're very active in giving, doing good. In fact, the doctors pulled me in their office this morning because they are going to be active with the Carroll cheerleaders in South Lake. And they're going to be whitening the cheerleading team. Doing it right. They've got a whole project in line to do that. And they're really excited about it because it's not just about the fact that this team, if you're not from Texas, they're really well known. This cheerleading team, this spirit team, they were even on AGT last year, America's Got Talent. So they're really well known, yet their goal is that they become the dentist for youth in this community and reach out in any way they can, whether it's supporting schools, any other, about the other charity is, I can't think of it.
We do Save a Smile.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, and that's caring for indigent or the underserved, I should say, community. And then we also support another home. It's for abused wives, and we take care of all their kiddos. So we always try to reach out and just help those that are less fortunate than we are.
What a great way to do good. That is great to hear. Excellent.
It seems different to me, Stuart, just because it's not only about reaching out to the community, they're also seeing patients that are part of those charities, that are benefiting from those charities. So I like that aspect of it.
Yeah, very good. Dr. Watts, quick question about the patients who come to the practice. When you guys are crafting the experience that these patients have when they come, what is it that sets you apart, or what do you do different for young patients when they come to your practice, which gets them to come back and talk about you?
A lot goes into it, honestly. I mean, we start days in advance preparing and making sure that we have our ducks in a row to know why they're coming, what their needs are, to make sure their needs are met, both the patient and the parents. Discussing them in our morning meetings that day. And then really guiding through step by step that the parent and the child feel seen, feel heard. Of course, we have all the fun bells and whistles for the kids. They get their prizes, they get their balloons, they get their sugar-free lollipops, so they know it's a fun place. But we make sure that we really take the time to be good listeners with the parents, and then they see the smile on the child at the end, and so then they leave happy as well.
I love that. Very good. Chris, you almost said something there. What was that?
Oh gosh, you're gonna I've learned so much from these two ladies when we first started working together about clinical things that I didn't know that's much different than seeing an adult, and just the way that they roll, and just like Amy was saying, their listening skills have to be really up. I appreciate how well they communicate at their morning opportunity meeting, because as some of the Crown Council members know, it's a different setup in a pedo practice where there's a large bay area, and it's important when they're seeing 100+ patients a day, some days, that everybody's on it, that they have information that they share, that they're able to communicate really well. Some kids being sedated and things like that. So I'm proud of them because they really got in there and they've implemented and kept going the morning opportunity meeting, and made sure that stuck so that they could take great care of the kids.
Very cool. One, we call it Coach's Corner. The best practices in the Crown Council have great coaches and great mentors. Chris is one of them. Chris, don't blush. Maybe could you guys talk a little bit about why having a coach is important?
Oh, wow. I'll start with that
Yeah, take
because
that.
I've known Chris a little bit longer, I think. But we've had some crises in our office before. We also have great positive things, but when I'm in crisis, I have her phone number on speed dial. And I always have great solutions. She has great verbiage. She strives to make everything a win-win, win for us, win for the patient, win for the employees. So it's great tools, and it's learning those tools from her that helps us to thrive and survive. And so it just makes the practice so much easier to manage, to run. It makes me happy to come to work, to know that I have a liaison that I can lean on if push comes to shove. And yeah, it's just been a great fit, and she's a wonderful mentor.
Very cool. Chris, good job.
I need to give her a gold sticker.
Oh yeah, golden sticker. Yes. Well, very good. We appreciate your time today. I know you guys are very busy learning from Chris, so grateful to share your example with the rest of the Crown Council membership. Thanks very much. Anything we missed, Chris? Anything we want to wrap up with, or anything I missed?
I think we're great. I've taken their time long enough because they've been waiting.
Cool. Thanks so much, you guys. Grateful for you. All right. Very cool. What a great interview. Thankful for that team, especially grateful for Chris, getting them prepared and to share some really fun, interesting nuggets about their practice. So very good. Let's do one more. I've got Dr. Craig Barrows, and he's with Chris. I'm going to just play this last one. This one's 10 minutes long, and then I'll save the rest for another time. But so 3 good ones. I've got 3 more for next time. So, all right, here comes. All right, welcome to the Crown Council live stream. Stuart Anderson here, and joining us for our Coach's Corner. That's what I'm calling it, Chris. Is that good? Coach's Corner?
I love it.
Okay.
Absolutely.
So total patient service coach Chris Taconis out in the field doing her coaching. We're grateful to have Dr. Craig Barrows with us. Craig, we are grateful to have you on. Thanks for taking the time to be with us. And will you please introduce your lovely assistant here? I don't know her name. Sorry.
Better than us to do.
This is my right hand, Cheryl.
Right hand, Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl, welcome to the live stream.
Yeah.
She's the office manager that makes it happen.
Oh, nice.
Dr. Barrows look even better than he already is.
Very good, Cheryl. So the point of this is just so everybody knows who's watching. There are Crown Council and total patient service coaches out working every day. They're out in different practices. They're out coaching and working. And I thought it would be fun to highlight who they are with, what they are coaching, and just some of the things that are happening now in relation to coaching teams and what doctors and team members and Chris specifically is seeing that you guys are working on. And I thought that would be fun to share with everybody. So with that, what are you guys working on?
Well, you might hear a lot of noise in the background. That's the team getting along and having fun because we're here together. Dr. Barrows has invested 2 days to get the team re-immersed, and we worked on the culture yesterday. We worked on really looking at how they can improve themselves, as well as areas of the practices that are strengths and weaknesses, opportunities, and even threats with setting goals. And today we're going to embark on digging deeper into DISC and how to apply it with patients, because that's what you asked for.
Yes. That's
Very good.
It's all about.
So Dr. Barrows is in Arizona, Yuma, Arizona. And just a little bit of background here. I mean, you guys, I'm looking at some Crown Council dashboard numbers, raised almost $50,000 for Smiles for Life. Woohoo! We've had you at the annual event for starting at the Crown Council annual event, the 19th annual event. You guys are a huge part of everything that we do. Maybe, Dr. Barrows, you could share just a little bit about your practice, what you guys are like, and just so everybody kind of gets an idea of who you are.
My practice is a general practice. Yuma, Arizona is a town of about 100,000 population. We double in size in the wintertime from the folks from up north coming down. So we have a little bit of uniqueness there. But we're a general dental practice. I do bread and butter dentistry. nothing special, nothing fancy. I just do, great dentistry. I try to do great dentistry. I have the best team ever, thanks to Chris.
You're a doer.
And,
not a try.
So yeah, I don't do anything unique. We just do it. We do a few things really well, and we focus on what we want to do. We're not all over the place. We focus on doing good general dentistry and do it really well.
Very cool. Cheryl, was that an accurate description of what's happening?
Tell the
He's an
truth.
amazing
Cheryl.
dentist. He does a lot more than just bread and butter dentistry. But he does invest a lot into his team and making sure we're the best that we can be to provide,
Nice.
for our patients.
Very cool.
And can I
What-
brag a little bit?
Yeah, brag. Yes.
So we've Tops, our whole organization, we have worked with this guy for many, many years, not because he hasn't gotten it. It's because he's really worked hard on his top skills, his systems, his culture, and his practice. Cheryl being his right hand woman in the
Mhm.
practice and making sure that all of those goals and the vision that he has is followed through with. And he has built just an amazing practice here where he's been able to expand. He's been able to serve patients in his community with dentures needed in this community because they've been going over the border for that. And instead, Dr. Barrows has been able to treat patients so that they get the right treatment. And I just love the fact that his biggest goal is to always invest in the team to make sure that we not only work in the business, but that he works on the business by having
Nice.
everybody get together and work through just a lot of different skills and verbal skills. But ultimately, he won't brag about it, but he's really expanded his practice, and it's fun to come here and see how much they've grown.
Very good.
Stuart, if I could say something that.
Yeah,
I might be talking to other dentists. Is that correct?
you are. Yeah, the membership of the Crown Council. Yeah.
Got to know your audience, right? But the one thing I can tell you is, if we use it's football season sports analogy, is that when a team wins the Super Bowl, the last thing they do is fire the coach or fire the quarterback.
Mm.
The whole fan base says, "Dear God, please let's re-sign the coach and re-sign the quarterback and do this again next year." And at one point in my life, I had we'll call them some coaches, consultants, if you will, and we kind of got together for a year and we had success. And then I didn't rehire the coach.
Hmm.
Dead stop. That's the phrase I hear now. So when
Dramatic pause.
yeah, yeah, you notice, okay. And so then when I met Chris and Steve and the Tops team, and I went, okay, this is different. This is different than I've been successful in the past, and then I made a change and didn't like the result. This is different. So I decided when I was successful, let's just say after my first year, I wanted to do it again. And what the result was, I rehired the coach, if you will, if you consider me the quarterback. Actually, I don't know that I'm the quarterback. The quarterback is standing there. He calls the plays. I'm the running back. I just carry the
Nice.
ball. So my point is I have my coach, and they're not going anywhere because I'm not successful without my coach. Why would I want to win the Super Bowl and break up the team? Now in football, we know that's what happens because all the players go get more money to go play for another team. But my analogy is, I've got the best coach. I've got the best quarterback. I just take the football and run with it. And every year I thought I would repeat year one with year two, but year two got bigger and better. And then year three got bigger and better. And I'm blown away after 4 or 5 years that I've been with Chris. Whenever I have a concern, the little voice in my head is, what would Chris do? What would Chris do?
Nice.
And then Cheryl goes, can I call her? Can you email her?
Can I email
And so now so now they communicate, and Chris tells me,
Nice.
Cheryl tells me what Chris said. And so it's just amazing. It's not about dentistry. It's about relationships with patients. And when you win the Super Bowl, you don't get rid of the coach. You lock them into a contract, or you lock them into the future, because that's what the season ticket holders, they want to come back next year and win. And if you break up the team or it's a temporary team, you have temporary customers.
Sounds like we need some bracelets made, Chris, some WWCD. What would
Oh,
Chris do
boy.
bracelets?
I don't know how
I'm
popular
in.
this
I'll,
would be,
I'll I'll order a box of these.
That's so good. Hey, maybe one last question before I let you guys go. I know you're working on things, but what has been the biggest challenge in the last year for your team? What have you guys really worked on?
Our culture. I think our culture is the biggest thing at the practice, and implementing all the different, personalities and everything else. You've got to meet them where they're at and then just grow who they are. And eventually we just get the team that we have, which is amazing. Thanks to Chris.
Nice.
Retaining team members long-term.
Yeah.
There's a positive and a negative to everything. And when you grow, we always have some turnover in the practice as everybody's life changes and they move to different scenarios. But you also might need to add some team members. And so adding new team members, the culture then is just as important when you're replacing a team member as when you're adding a brand new one. And when you get that core culture, your team members love the culture. And when you bring in a new team member, the challenge is making sure that you get them instill the culture into them. And so that everything just continues to grow. And once that happens, it's exponential, the growth. You're just looking for another team member.
Nice.
To fit
As
the
you would
culture.
always say, getting the right members on the bus, the right team members on the bus.
Yeah.
So,
Very good.
true.
Hey, well, you guys are all stars. Grateful to follow your lead. I know there's a lot of Crown Council docs that look to you and your practice, and just thankful for you for being on here and sharing a few things that make you successful. So thanks, guys.
All right, happy to do it.
Hey, guys, we'll see you soon. Salt Lake City's coming.
Yes.
We'll be there.
All right, we'll see you soon. Okay, thanks. Bye. All right, very fun. Grateful for these TOPS coaches. Thankful that we could share with some of our awesome community, 1,000 different Crown Council practices out across the country, just to get a small peek about what they're working on, challenges that they're facing, and specifically some of the things that these coaches are helping with. So there's a few more. We'll save them for next time. Next week we'll be at the annual event here in Salt Lake City, which is I can't wait to share that with everybody. But until then, we'll be back normal time in 2 Thursdays here, connecting with some of our very best Crown Council offices, and a great report, hopefully, from our annual event. Nothing but success as we're looking forward to being with everybody next week. So, all righty. Thanks, everybody, for joining us today. And as always, very grateful for each of you in this great Crown Council community. Thanks, everybody.